Hey everybody, Raymond here. I'm going to show you another tutorial on how to add a video or a pop-up for redemptions on your Twitch channel. So people, if you're affiliated, can save up your channel points and they can use them for all kinds of fun stuff. And what you can do to add something visual to those redemptions whenever somebody redeems one is make a little pop-up. Now, Twitch has a built-in alerts option that'll help you set up alerts, pop-ups for all kinds of stuff like raids, people donating bits, people getting subs, etc. And I will show you how to do that just for those redemptions though, but it works the same for everything else. And I will show you how to do it with Mix It Up, because the video size that Twitch will accept goes up to 100 megabytes. And if you have a video that's longer or that's bigger, then you won't be able to upload it. And even other sources such as Triggerfire, I think that only goes up to 25 megabytes. And then there's Stream Elements, but Stream Elements doesn't have an option for redemptions. That works for bits and subscriptions and raids, I believe. They have several options. And Stream Elements is excellent because you can customize all of those pop-ups and those videos and everything very, very detailed. So better actually than the built-in Twitch options. But Twitch will work for most of your stuff, I find at least. And I'm not going to go into that too deeply, but I'm going to just quickly show you how you can do this in Twitch itself, or if it won't work on Twitch, how you can do it with Mix It Up using your local files, because then you can make a file as big as you want it, and it's just stored locally on your computer, on your streaming PC, and it will just work like that. It doesn't have to be uploaded. All right. So I'm assuming you are using OBS. I'm using OBS 30 right now at this moment of filming, 30.1.0. And I'm using Mix It Up version 1.10.16. It's currently the 23rd of March 2024. In the future, stuff will have updated, but at least from these moments on, from this point on, this works how I did it, and that's what I'm going to show you. All right, without further ado, here you can see the Twitch page. So if you're streaming, just log in to your Twitch account, go to your channel points, and click on Manage Rewards and Challenges. Right, so you click on that, and you get all of the rewards you can make here. So you can manage your alerts, and if you scroll down, I've got quite a few. You can add a new custom reward. So again, I'm going to show you how to make pop-ups for point redemptions. This is what this is. You've got some default points awards that you can also disable if you don't want them, if you don't need them. I only use a couple. So for example, let's see what we have here. I have here Transformers, for example. If I click Edit, this is a redemption I do because I have a Transformers collection up on my shelf, and people can spend points to take a closer look at one of those Transformers. That's a hobby of mine, and I'll pick one off the shelf, and people can actually type in here, require viewer to enter text that is checked on, which means they can enter a name. So if they want to check out an Optimus Prime masterpiece, I'll grab that off the shelf or whatever. So you can give it a name, you can put in a description, you can put in a cost of channel points, and I put 1984 because that's the year when Transformers Season 1 aired, and you can give it a icon. That's optional, but I of course like to add something fun and visual for all of those different redemptions. And of course I took the Autobot logo. You can put in a background color here for that square that all the redemptions have. You can also skip the reward request queue, but I like to queue them so not everything happens at once if multiple people redeem stuff. And you can add a cooldown and limits, which I usually always do. So I set a cooldown for 1 hour for checking out a transformer, otherwise I wouldn't be able to play any games anymore. And you can also limit redemptions per stream. If you just want it to happen once per stream, you can enter a 1 there, or per user, per stream even. So this is all pretty straightforward. If you've set all of that up, and these icons, by the way, can't be bigger than 25 kilobytes. Here it is. So make them small. All right, then you save that, and you've got all of your redemptions set up, and they all have a name, of course. You've named them. Now, the good thing is that Twitch obviously knows these names. So if I go then to alerts, which is here on the top below Stream Manager, you click that, you get your Twitch alerts here, and you can make you can make 10 alerts boxes. I've made 4, but I'm currently only using 3. I just named them alert box 1, 2, and 3, and I gave them a name. I have one medium box, which is a box that will pop up on the, I have to check where I'm pointing, on that side over here. So basically just a square that is somewhere over the game that I'm playing. And I have a small one for little pop-ups that happen in the bottom, just something that pops up and goes away again. And I have a big, which means it fills the current game spot over there. So let's do an example. Let's go to this one. I'll edit alerts on the big ones. Here is Galron, which isn't used, which was a, see, it's turned off, but that was something, a test really. But it's about the channel points. Here we go. So channel points. I have several here set up that I want to be big, right, when this happens. So for example, death. You can see here, this is the death scene from Thief or Thief 2, one of the two, which I have currently played or recently played. So the first one is general settings. You can give your variant, which is the name that is over here on the left, a name. You don't really need to give it a name for the redemptions, because the alerts, those redemptions already have a name, but I just name it the same basically, or more or less the same. So the alert condition is, when does this pop-up happen? Well, since we are in channel points right here on the left, then that means the alert conditions on the right is either any channel point redemption. You can have the same pop-up happen for whenever somebody uses a channel point redemption, regardless of which one, but I like to make a special one for every single redemption. So death, for example, and you can just scroll through the list. These are all the points redemptions that you've made, and obviously Twitch knows them, so they're here, they're listed. So I just scroll down until I find death, and you click that one. So now death is the pop-up, right? And you can preview it here by clicking the preview alert. And there you go. It's a bit big because it's real size, and of course this square here is smaller than the actual size of my screen. And you can set the duration. So if you've made this video, then you can basically just open it in VLC or any other video player, and you can check how long it is and just enter that amount in seconds. Now the maximum length in Twitch is 99 seconds, about a minute and a half, which for most cases is long enough. You don't want very long videos anyway. If that is an exception, that I will explain in a bit. In Mix It Up, that is of course possible. You can do whatever you want with Mix It Up. Then you can set a fade in and a fade out if you want to. If your video already is edited to have a fade in or fade out or whatever other effect, then you don't need that, of course. If it's something that really moves up, pops up, and then goes down again, or whatever effect you made, you can set this to 0. But I set it to fading in and fading out because I just literally ripped this from the game. Then you got the layout. Now you've got an option to have a text here. And that will say, hey, this and this person redeemed this and this redemption, or wants you to do this and that. You can make up your own text, and you can have that text to the right, to the left, below, or over, or just in front of whatever pop-up you're making. Now, I've used this, but I'm not using text, so I just picked one, and I find that this works. I haven't set a background really well. It's black, but it's a square video, so it doesn't matter. Sometimes you will have pop-ups that are WebMs that have a transparent background. I will show you one of those as well. You can round the corners of that pop-up video, which I don't want, or you can give it a drop shadow. Here is the text that is going to be on the screen. Standard, I just typed something here, you are dead, but you can use variables. So you can add in username, which adds this to the text, and that means that it will show the name of the user that redeemed this. You can also put a reward title or points spent, whatever you want. The reward title is, of course, the name of the redemption. So username spent this many points to redeem death in this case, but I don't want that. I just want a text, or sometimes I don't. You can also turn it off. You can give the text a drop shadow, which might be handy. You can also show the redemption message if that redemption has something that people need to fill in, like with the transformers that I showed earlier. And you can enable text-to-speech. You can make one of the TTS voices say the alert or even the redemption message. Usually don't do that, but you can do that. So it's pretty customizable. Now, here is this thing. This is where you upload your file. And again, a video can be maximum of 100 megabytes. If it has music, sound, like this, I hope you can hear that, then you can set the volume. You can set it to 100% or lower if it turns out to be too loud. And you can scale your video. And this is important because you want it to fit within that frame that you've set for it. And so you can play with this a bit. It's very handy. Just play with that, really. You can also, if this is a silent video or pop-up or whatever, you can add a sound by uploading a separate sound, and also has a volume bar. Simple as that. You can add, this is for Twitch celebration. This is basically, you know, these confettis of emotes that happen either on the stream itself, or in the chat bar, or across your entire tab of your browser. All right, so you can turn that on if you want to. And there is, of course, a delete variant option. So if you want to see how that works, you click, preview alert is just here in this tab on Twitch. But if you send the test alert, oh yes, I've messed around with it, then it'll happen on the screen right there. You can see that now overlaid with the text and everything you saw. So if I made it bigger in percentage, it would simply be bigger. So this happens on the screen, and people can redeem that when I play a game and my character dies, they can do that. So now one with a transparent background. So here, this one, for example, we all know that one. Send test alert. Boom, there we go. Oh, this is still the preview. Why is it not working? Send test alert, Twitch, please. Emotional, damn it! There we go. So that is a transparent one. Works just the same. It's very easy. Second part of this video is how then do I set up a video that's bigger than 25 megabytes or longer than 1.5 minutes, those 99 seconds that we had here. Well, you can't use Twitch for that. You can also not use Triggerfire for that because that's even smaller, 25 megabytes, I believe, for a video. So I've set up something in Mix It Up. Here it is. This is my second screen, and I've set up Mix It Up here. So in Mix It Up, I find Mix It Up to be the most versatile and user-friendly bot that you can use for streaming on Twitch. It basically does everything. So you can do whatever you want with this bot. So I highly recommend it. It might seem a bit daunting because of all those options at first and a bit complex, but once you kind of know how the basics work, you can literally do everything that it has to offer. Find the Twitch channel points, which is somewhere in the middle over here. There it is, Twitch channel points, because again, that's what we're working with here. And then you're going to make a new command. So you can hear in the bottom, there's a button that says create new channel point reward. If you click that, boom, you can give it a name, right? So I'm just going to call this test for now and add it. Okay. Channel point reward successfully created. All right, that's great. Now it's going to be ungrouped because I've grouped the other ones under stream. I just had to give it a name. Then you can click on this edit button here, this little pencil, edit command, and you will get another pop-up. And here you can say command group. So if you made a command group, you can add it here. You can pick which one. If you don't have any, it's okay. It's just if you have a lot of them and you want to group them to keep it easy to find, you can do that. It's totally optional. So I'm not going to do that right now. So now this is empty, right? And you want to add something. So in everything that you do in Mix It Up has this option. And when you add a command, like a sound command or whatever, in this case, a Twitch channel point command, you have this action drop-down menu. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can choose from. So one of them is, for example, a chat message. So when this triggers, it would put a message in your chat. And you can type in whatever you want. So for example, chat message plus, here you can type in the chat message. You could actually add here as well that someone redeemed redemption. And you can also use these identifiers for usernames, right? So, and you can click this and you can look all that up. There's tutorials as well for that. If you want to dig in deeper, you can send that as a streamer or as the bot account. I'm leaving this off, so the bot account will say, hey, this and that person, like up here, Boardgame Heaven over there, can send text to my channel. And if I enable this, then it will say Boardgame Heaven is saying something, which is me. So if you do that, then a chat message will appear. But I want a video, and I want a long video. So I'm just going to scroll down and see what it has. It has a music player as well. You can add a sound as well. So it's just a sound plays. You can do that if somebody redeems something like hydrate or stretch or whatever, and you don't want to pop up for that, just a sound to alert you in case you missed it. Then you can use that. Just add a sound, click the plus, I'll collapse this one, and then you can play a sound here, right? And then you can browse your computer for that sound file, store them somewhere, make yourself a nice Twitch directory on your hard drive somewhere, easy to find, and put all your sound files and your video files and perhaps even the icons you use for those redemptions, put them in there, sort them out nicely so they're all there, because you can't move your pop-up files, of course, after you've told Mix It Up where they are, because you're not uploading them. They're locally stored on your computer, so leave them somewhere where they're easy to find and where you want to leave them permanently. All right. So, and again, you have a volume bar here, so you can set the volume. And here you have an output. So you can do default output. I advise you to do mix it overlay. Because in my previous video where I showed you how to set up different sound sources for all of your sources, and then you can use the audio mixer to set all of those audio sources, all those channels separately to their own volume and turn them off if you want to. That's my previous video. Click the I in the corner of this video or the link in the description below if you want to see that. A lot of people found that very useful, which I thought, hey, let's make another video. And so you can learn there how that works and why this is important. It's basically so that when you're streaming and something happens coming from Mix It Up, that you can actually hear it. That your users, the chatters, can hear it, and you yourself as well. And you also need to set in OBS all of those audio channels to monitor and output. So monitor means that you hear it. I use headphones usually plugged into my speakers for that, so I can hear whatever sounds are played. And output, of course, means that people watching the stream will hear. And you can set that up, the mix it overlay, as a separate sound source as well. That's why that is important. So watch the previous video if you want to learn more about that. So you pick that, and then you browse for your MP3 or whatever sound file you have, and you can set that, and then you can save it. Yeah, obviously I haven't entered anything. Then it will run that whenever some command is given. Now, that's just generally how Mixup works. So I've made one called the retro shoutout here. So let me edit that. So what I added, it was not a text command, was not a chat message, was not a sound, but was a video. So that you scroll down even further, and there you can also make it show a YouTube video, I guess. I haven't even tried that, but there's so much that Mixup can do, which is why I would recommend using it. So let's see, there was the overlay, or that's correct, overlay, images and videos. That's the one you want. So you pick that for longer videos that you cannot upload anywhere. So you pick that, you press the plus button, you get this. I'll make it a little bit bigger. I want it to be a video. You can also make it a text or an image, or again a YouTube or a web page for that overlay, but I wanted a video. I haven't messed with this overlay endpoints, don't even know what that means, to be honest. And I've selected the video. I've made it a WebM because it has transparency, and it's the retro shoutout thing. So I browsed for it. I keep it, under my documents, my folder, Twitch and videos, and I have Twitch sounds, etc. I've set the width and the height to my entire stream output. My stream output is 1080p. So I made the video in that size, and I've set this option again to that size. Just keep it all the same. Volume is 100% in this case, and I don't want it to loop. You can also make it loop if you want it to last forever, but usually you don't want that. It is about 249 seconds, so I set it to 250. And here you can set the screen position. I just want it centered. So I clicked here because it fills the screen anyway. So, but you can, if you want to, add a percentage, if you want it positions from the left and from the top, if you want to move it down. Or you can even do it in pixels from the left if you want it to be at a very, very exact and precise spot. For example, the Transformer slideshow all the way on the right over there, I've set up with just with OBS as a slideshow. But I could have done that with Mixup as well, and probably add a lot more images than OBS can handle. So I might actually want to do that in the future. Possibly a new video. And you can set it exactly where you want it to be, so it fits nicely within that frame that I made for my layout here. I'm just keeping it simple. I'm just clicking the middle, it's in the middle, and I haven't done anything here. I don't want an entrance animation or an exit animation. You can, of course, just play with that if you want to, but this is basically all I did. I just selected video, I selected the file, I entered the width and the height, and the rest was already as is. So then you save it. Now, that's it. That's all you need to do. So now when somebody redeems, and I will show you how that works, I'll redeem it myself. Somebody redeems, I'll do a different redemption as well. So here's a small redemption from, in this case, Trigger Fire. When somebody thinks that something is excellent, they can redeem that. And that is a WebM as well that I made. And I've used that on Trigger Fire. But that would also work on Twitch because it's small. Now, this one is pretty big. So if I want to do this, well, you can do a test command. So right here, there is a button with a play symbol. You can test the command. So if I click that, I get a pop-up. Platform, all you can choose if it's Twitch, YouTube, or Trovo, You can just do all, it doesn't matter. I'll choose Twitch here. This is my user account, of course. So, you know, the reward name. Okay, in this case, test reward. You can set that if you want to, but I haven't used those triggers to appear anywhere. So it's just the video, So I don't need any of this. Then I click test command. Now, if for some reason it doesn't work, that is usually a sign that Mix It Up has somehow lost connection to OBS. There's two things you need to check then, which I will show you because I actually have that happen right now. Good way to show that. There's the services over here. Services connects everything to Mix It Up, right? So you've got a Discord connection. You've got OBS Studio, which is what I'm using. You can test the connection. It says it's connected, so that's not the problem here. All right, then what is it then? Then it might be the overlay. Click the overlay here. Test connection. And there you go. Overlay connection test failed. Please ensure you have the Mix It Up overlay page visible. And then says, if you launch your streaming software before Mix It Up, which I have, try refreshing the web page source in your streaming software. So here is OBS. This is my streaming software. So let me see. The Mix It Up overlay is right here. This one right here. And it is visible, right? Now it's not. Now it is. It's full screen. So I just need to refresh it. Here is a refresh button. It says here in Dutch, but this is the refresh button. You click that. Now it should work. So now I'm going to test that again. So let me show you the right screen again. Test connection. And there you go. Connection test. Connected. Excellent. So now it should work. So I'm going to redeem the retro shoutout using my chat. And actually, let me show you that too. So here you can see in OBS, you've got your chat window as well, and you've got your redemptions. And as the streamer, you can use all of your redemptions for free. It doesn't cost you any points. So let me just try that retro shoutout video. Oh, it's on, of course, it's on cooldown. I'm just gonna click this and redeem that, and there it is. This video, I'm just barely visible. It's a retro shout out that I made, a little project that we did, and it has transparency because obviously the middle part here is transparent, and there we go. We got some fireworks and everything going on, but people can still see the screen. So that's why I made it like it is. I want people to still see what I'm doing, and I can actually also just swap scenes here, so I can talk to people while, you know, I'm talking about this overlay or whatever. Now this is a pretty long one, so I'm gonna end it here. But basically that's what you do. So you can put any video you want of any size and sounds or whatever in Mix It Up, and that's how it works. And if it doesn't work, I've already showed you how to reconnect stuff, Mix It Up to OBS so that it does indeed work. Sometimes you need to refresh your sources if something doesn't work. That's one of the most seen things when people are streaming and all of a sudden some kind of pop-up doesn't work or some kind of redemption doesn't work. Then simply check. Again, I will go back to this. Check the refresh button on these sources. So if you have multiple sources, let's see. So alert boxes from Twitch. That's the alert boxes here. 1, 2, and 3. 2 is over here. You just need to refresh them. I'm still here. And then you can again try some different. Here's, for example, hydrate. That's the small ones in the bottom, right there. And I put that in front of the Mix It Up. A little drink. And you can play with all kinds of stuff like that. Alright, so that's how you set it up. I hope that was helpful. Alright, If that was helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also check out my other video about setting up different sound channels in OBS. And I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye-bye.